My bad, y'all. What's going on, you guys? It's just truly the real Sakurai, and I hope I got everything situated and underway with this, so that y'all can understand what I'm saying. But yeah, it's been a minute since we have done reaction videos to the Grand Line Review, because he's ever since I did one about top five arcs, he's been shooting out videos like that, and I haven't been watching them. And the main reason why I subscribe to him is because he points out a lot of good topics and a lot of good things about One Piece and whatnot. So now that y'all know that I love One Piece, we're gonna be talking about it a lot on this channel. So without further ado, let's look at what he just put out, top 5 martial arts in One Piece. Let's go.
Hello and welcome to the Grand Line Review, your source for everything One Piece. Today we are going to be examining combat in the One Piece world. As a shonen manga, fighting is a key aspect of the series, and while characters like Luffy seem to be very adept at essentially improvising their way through battle, there are actually many forms of structured combat within this world. So we're going to do what we always do with everything in the One Piece universe and rank them. The criteria for this list is as follows. A martial art must be a formal practice used by more than one character. So for example, Luffy's particular fighting style does not count here, nor does Zoro's Santoryu, even though a lot of students at his dojo seem to be attempting it. And that's pretty much it. So with that out of the way, let's begin. Welcome to the top 5 martial arts in One Piece. Number 5. Hashoken. A common response to hearing this term would be Hashowa, but Hashoken is actually a very special martial art practiced by the Chinjao family, consisting of Don Chinjao, Sai, Bu, and I guess Baby 5 is now technically a member by marriage, but she does not practice Hashoken as of yet. The primary aim of Hashoken is for the user to control vibrations around their limbs and use them to generate shockwaves, in a very similar manner to which the Goro Goro no Mi acts, except that Hashoken produces more concentric waves, while the Goro Goro no Mi just causes general seismic chaos. Furthermore, the Hashoken waves are focused and primarily applied to enhance a regular strike, such as size kicks, but this martial art can be applied to any limb, including elbows and heads, which I guess you may have noticed isn't a limb.
Yeah.
I mean, I guess Hashoken can really be applied to any part
You
of
could
the
just
body
said body
you wish to
parts.
attack with, which means that yes, a Hashoken penis is entirely possible. The main advantage of these attacks, according to Sai, is that they are unblockable and shatter most defensive items and techniques quite easily. In fact, the only real way to counter Hashoken appears to be by going on the offensive and unleashing a similar or even more powerful force onto the Hashoken user, such as Hideo's exploding punches. But all in all, Hashoken is pretty damn cool and well deserving of the opening spot. Number 4. Black Leg Style. Best described as a fusion of capoeira, taekwondo.
Oh yeah, because he did learn it from
Blackleg style was founded by former pirate Zeph, who was said to have been able to break boulders.
He did learn it by
with
Zeph.
his techniques. This art was then taught to the second and only other master of blackleg style in the world, Zeph's student Sanji. As the name implies, the main force behind blackleg style are kicks. But you would be greatly mistaken in believing that this means this art ignores the rest of the body. On the contrary, this martial art puts great emphasis on repurposing body parts such as arms and hands in order to enhance the power, range, and diversity of the kicks themselves.
Right.
The really cool factor behind blackleg style is why it was created, which was as a means of preserving one's hands, because the only two users in the world are chefs. As chefs, both Zeph and Sanji take far greater pride in cooking than they do in combat, and so this phenomenal yet efficient style has been developed. It all goes back to one of my favorite sayings, really. Restrictions breed creativity.
Yep.
With blackleg style, we have some pretty huge restrictions, resulting in some pretty fine creativity. Number 3. The Rokushiki. Stepping into the fray at number 3.
If I don't see Fishman Karate in this list, I'm gonna be kind of upset.
As you may have gathered, this art is the mastery of 6 different techniques, which through combined use allegedly gives somebody the strength of 100 men. This art is prominently practiced by members of the Cypherpol organization, who are kind of like the MI6 of the world government. In fact, all primary members of CP9 minus Spandam, of course, have achieved mastery of each of the 6 techniques, becoming devastating opponents for the Straw Hats to face during the Enies Lobby arc. With that said, the Rokushiki are not exclusive to Cypherball and appear to be widely practiced amongst the Marines and even some sectors of pirates, with the most commonly shown moves being Soru and Geppo, both techniques that allow for heavily increased mobility, which can be applied to most other individual combat styles. The Rokushiki also possesses fearsome attack techniques though, including Shigan and Rankyaku. Furthermore, there is one defensive technique known as Tekai, as well as an evasive move called Kami-E. The idea is that with these 6 powers combined, you become a superhuman in every way, capable of powerful attack, super speed, and impenetrable defense, and should the occasion call for it, incredible evasiveness. And it would probably be fine to stop right there, but the masters of Rokushiki can take this art even further and access a secret 7th skill, known as the Rokogan, which acts as an ultimate attack of the Rokushiki practice. Really, the only thing that Rokushiki has going against it is style points. Rokushiki moves tend to be very understated while providing maximum effect, so sadly they just don't look quite as cool as the rest of the martial arts on this list. Number 2. Okama Kenpo. In a very similar vein to Blackleg style, Okama Kenpo primarily focuses on legs. However, this particular form takes its roots from the art of ballet. In fact, according to the only known user of Okama Kenpo, Bon Clay, in order to learn this particular martial art, there are 3 steps. Firstly, one must learn ballet. Secondly, one must learn karate. Finally, one must work at one of those places. Take note that the word those was said with quotation marks. Now, very vague. But yeah, you can essentially boil Okama Kenpo down to a fantastic fusion between ballet and karate. So with that in mind, a user of this art form is capable of producing overwhelming force in a strictly controlled and precise manner. However, achieving the level of mastery required to make use of these techniques seems like a much more painful road than most martial arts and demands a body sculpted specifically for the art form. For example, when Bon Clay uses his devil fruit abilities to copy another person's body, he is entirely unable to perform Okama Kenpo. However, in contrast with Blackleg style, Sanji was able to produce a lessened form of those techniques while he was still in Nami's body. Finally, I would be remiss not to mention that Okama Kenpo has a variation known as Newcomer Kenpo, which was pioneered by Ivankov and practiced widely by the inhabitants of Kalmbaka Kingdom. This style generally retains the graceful qualities of Okama Kenpo, but involves a much larger selection of brute force attacks. Pretty damn cool, I'd say. There is certainly one martial art that trumps it.
Alright, now what's number 1?
Number 1. Fishman Karate.
There we go.
This particular martial art is unlike any other on the list.
And it was number 1.
Any
yes.
particular focus on the body of a practitioner. Instead, the true power of Fishman Karate is the mastery of water. Now, that might not sound so impressive at first, but let's remember that the One Piece world overwhelmingly consists of water, and that, well, more than half of all humanoid bodies are composed of water. Yes, Fishman Karate can be used to manipulate the water within a person's body, allowing for much greater combat capability against opponents who are generally immune to blunt force. For example, Luffy, a rubber man, may as well be immune to non-Haki imbued punches. However, he is very susceptible to being struck by Fishman Karate, and for a master such as Jinbei, this can result in some pretty crazy stuff. Like that time Jinbei practically one-shot Gecko Moria with Samagawara Seiken. But even at the lower levels of practice, this martial art can be deadly. Another commonly used technique is the Uchimizu, whereby a user of Fishman Karate can transform even a droplet of water into a deadly bullet by the use of kinetic force. Plus, unlike every other martial art on the list, Fishman Karate appears to have quite a solid structure involving belt progression and levels. For example, Kurobi claimed to be a level 40 practitioner of the art, while Jinbei was known to have achieved a black belt in Fishman Karate while he was still a child. And to top it all off, it just looks so damn cool.
It
Managing
does.
to achieve both depth and style as well as substance. So with all of that said, there is no doubt in my mind that Fishman Karate deserves to be crowned the #1 martial art in the series. And that pretty much does it for the top 5 martial arts in One Piece. If you enjoyed this video, then feel
I
free
did
to like,
enjoy it.
favorite, or subscribe. And if you are in any way keen on supporting this independent channel, then please do check out my Patreon, Discord server, or Twitter. The links to which are in the handy description below. Finally, please do comment with your own favorite martial arts in the series. This has been the GrandLineReview, and I'll see you next time.
Alright. Thank you. GrandLineReview. It's been a while since we got to watch your content, but thank you so much for pointing out a lot of the points that I forgot about on One Piece, but that made me think about Jinbei and why he, in my opinion, is so essential to the Straw Hat crew, and why he's good and viable to be a part of the Straw Hats is because out of all the crew members that are on that ship, half of them are devil fruit users, and a good portion of them are weak against seawater. And of all the places to be weak against in seawater, it's in like a pirate like world where you're mainly near it. You're constantly around it. Like I think of it in like a strategy type of thing. You need to have this in order to counteract the weakness. So like something has to be some type of defense, and there are some people that like are opposed to Jinbei being a part of the crew, when in fact that, in my opinion, he's the better choice. He's the most better choice because he can literally counteract the weaknesses that's in that crew. Because half of them are weak to seawater, to sea prism stone. And Jinbei being a fishman and can manipulate water, seawater at that. Come on, that's like the best type of person you want on the cruise is somebody that can handle in water. Like as far as Sanji and Zoro go, and Nami and Usopp, they can swim in water, but they can't thrive in water. They can't attack well in water. Like if one of them goes in there and they get jumped by a bunch of fishermen, they're done. But if they had a fisherman in the crew, or like they had let's say one of them were underwater, trapped underwater, like Luffy. Like it was an episode in One Piece where Luffy was trapped underwater, and he couldn't. They were worried because it was only a matter of time until he lost breath. Zoro and Sanji were like basically handicapped to try and save Luffy, because Zoro was at the end of his rope, trying to hold on after fighting Mihawk, and he was fighting somebody else, and like he could barely get up. Sanji was taking hits from this other fisherman that GrandLineReview just mentioned, that was at a level 40 style of fisherman karate. He bested himself against this, but he still had trouble. Like if they had a fisherman on the team, it would have been a big help. That's why that's why I get so hyped to see Jinbei now, because because Jinbei, especially with him being a warlord, like it's the best. It fits. It freaking fits. So that's my whole rambling on it. I'm sure other people have their own opinion on it. Obviously, you can have your own opinion, and that's honestly fine, because I honestly want another person in the crew, to counteract something that could help with the Straw Hats. But other than that, that's going to be it for this video. I hope you guys enjoyed it. If you guys did, make sure to like, comment, and subscribe. Share this video with like Twitter, Facebook, Instagram. As such, this has been the real Sakurai, and I will see you on next time. Peace.